Welcome everyone back to the Universal Orlando Resort, and we're here in front of Velocicoaster because we wanted to pose a question
that
to people.
Everybody has.
Pantheon is now the newest Intamin multi-launch in the United States. It is no longer Velocicoaster. And while Pantheon is a great ride, I think most people still prefer Velocicoaster because it's a full package experience.
Oh my gosh, the theming is insane.
But what happens when you remove the theming? Then, which is the better ride?
Things get interesting.
What's the better layout? So we're gonna go around and ask our closest friends and fans that we meet between here and Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, which they prefer.
But before we go in, we're gonna show you guys this awesome game we're gonna be playing in line, Jurassic World Alive.
Thank you to Jam City for sponsoring this video, and thank you to Universal Studios Licensing. You can download the game using the link in the description on your mobile device or tablet. And stay tuned for the end of the video to find out how you can win a chance to visit Universal Orlando Resort or Universal Studios Hollywood and live out your own Jurassic World adventure.
And it's all in celebration of the 4th anniversary of Jurassic World Alive.
Jurassic World Alive is one of the top AR collection games on the market and really stands out from the rest for the following reasons. You have a huge interaction range, so you don't need to go outside to advance and get stronger. While other games might have around 80 meters, Jurassic World Alive has up to 200 meters. You can battle from the comfort of your own home or while you're out and about at the parks. Each dinosaur you collect is absolutely unique. There are no duplicates, and they each stay in your personal collection forever, so you can feed them, care for them, and train them. There are even some of your favorites from the movies that you can play as, like Blue, Scorpius Rex, Charlie, or even Bumpy. There are over 280 marvelous creatures to collect, all with different rarities. You can even take the dinosaurs you collect and fuse them into hybrid dinosaurs. So basically, you're RMCing a dinosaur.
This is my Velociraptor. Look at him, he's got moves. I named this one Todd.
Oh!
I won!
Because each one has its own moveset and there are type advantages, your goal is to level them up and assemble the right team to take on both PvE and PvP battles.
Oh!
Also, each battle is turn-based, so choosing the right team of dinosaurs and the right moves will be your key to success. When you download now using the link in the description box or pinned comment, make sure to join my alliance, Velocicoaster Studios. There are only 49 spots left, so make sure you hurry. And if all spots are full, you can still add me as a friend under the social tab. Hit invite friend, here's me, and feel free to invite me to possibly even raid with you. This is perfect for those hot summer days when you know that you're going to be waiting in a long line to ride your favorite roller coasters, so why not play Jurassic World Alive? Alright, Austin, Velocicoaster or Pantheon, remove the theming, just layout.
Oh no. Pantheon.
Why?
Because nowhere else has like the sideways lateral hang time. It's so good. And imagine if they had like this tunnel of effects as you went backwards and forwards.
Yeah, but they don't.
At the end there was like Poseidon that was like, with the might of 5 Roman gods. And then you launch.
Yeah, but they don't have
It would
that.
be better.
I think Velocicoaster because of the Mosasaurus roll.
Okay.
Pantheon has that like backwards reverse launch, but I'd rather have like the whole spaghetti bowl over the reverse launch.
That makes sense.
Velocicoaster's better restraints, better layout, better theming, better everything.
Alright, Brett, Pantheon or Velocicoaster?
Well, this one's actually open, mate, Velocicoaster.
What happened?
Well, you told me to come visit, so booked a Spirit flight, and guess what? Pantheon was closed, so you don't even have the credit, mate.
Well, alright, better luck next time, but Velocicoaster gets the win.
For sure, every time.
I would say Pantheon.
Ooh, why?
I don't like this as much because I think it's just a couple of helixes and there's a couple of good elements, but I think Pantheon does a lot more.
Okay.
With the spike and everything. I think it's like a Hagrid's and Velocicoaster kind of combined.
So there you go, a couple thoughts on Pantheon versus Velocicoaster from Islands of Adventure. Let's over to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and see if people think any different. Matt and Gabby, we just got off of Pantheon. You guys have done Velocicoaster. What do you think? Which one? It's a tough choice.
All right, it's gonna be Velocicoaster for me.
I agree, same.
But my God, that last ride on Pantheon, this ride's no joke, man.
I have been, no words, honestly. What are words? Words are hard right now.
Easily the best ride in the park. It's a shorter ride, packs the bigger punch. I don't know if that makes sense.
You think it packs more of a punch than Velocicoaster?
Dude, in a shorter,
No.
it's shorter of a ride. So like,
Yes, but Velocicoaster's longer, so therefore they have more things happening. you know?
Shorter
But-
track length, more of a punch in a shorter ride span.
They're both amazing. I think Pantheon is a little more intense. Velocicoaster's obviously the more complete package and just is a better like ride experience. So I think like overall, I think me and most people would say Velocicoaster because you just feel more like inside the coaster than just like riding like a good ride. But that being said, like if you put the theming aside, I think I might take Pantheon just because like the added intensity. But they're both so close.
Do you
and they're
like
both
that
so
it has
good.
like a backward section versus like Velocicoaster doesn't? Does that change anything?
I don't think I've ever ridden Velocicoaster and been like, dang, I wish it went backwards. But I think, I don't know, it adds to the time and adds to like some of the elements, just making it more unique. Like the backward section of the launch is probably the best part of the ride, I think.
Okay.
We just met Aiden, and he's gonna tell us what he thinks. What do you think, Velocicoaster or Pantheon?
If I had to choose, I'd pick Velocicoaster because it's a lot longer and it's a lot more sustained.
Probably Velocicoaster, but this is very, very close.
All right, what do you think? That was your first ride. What do you think now?
That was a lot better than I was expecting it to be. I was like one of the people that when it first was announced, everyone was saying it was gonna be like this crazy like top 5, top 10 coaster in the world, and I was just kind of like, it looks like it's gonna be fun. I still gotta take Velocicoaster over it, but that is a really good ride, and Maverick's still better than both, so.
All right, Matt, you literally got the Mr. DNA shirt on. So I'm not gonna assume that you're gonna pick Velocicoaster, but like
You would assume right. I think Velocicoaster overall, I think it's just a better ride, and especially if you add the theming, it's the whole package. But if you were to take away the theming, I still feel like Velocicoaster is just a ride that everybody can enjoy the Mosasaurus roll at the end. But I will give Pantheon, the launches are absolutely insane, and back row, top of the spike,
pretty cool.
Is pretty cool.
Right now, I'm indecisive. I didn't expect it to be that intense. Velocicoaster is my number 1, so I think this is probably a number 2 for me. So Velocicoaster right now.
Okay, so if we were to strip Velocicoaster of its theming now, would you still pick Velocicoaster?
No, I think it's Velocicoaster over the theming and everything, but this was just like...
You think this is the better standalone roller coaster?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, all right, interesting. Well, thanks, Michaela.
I don't think it's as good as Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster has so much more to give, but this is great. I think right when you get out of the station, you like don't really know where you're going, and you hit that first little launch, and you get turned upside down, which is great. The spike is great. I think the launch, I think the little hill in between the 2 launches is really what makes that. Yeah. That should be counted as 4 launches, not 2, just to make clear. But the top hat's great. I mean, but I don't know. Over the water, the theming, the Heartline roll, of course. I have to go with Velocicoaster, but Pantheon's fantastic.
All right. So I'm Andy, and I have a controversial opinion.
All right, go for it.
And it's that I liked Pantheon more than Velocicoaster.
Ooh, okay, why?
I feel like Pantheon has just this multitude of elements out in the open that just kind of hits you one after another. Backseat in Pantheon, the reverse airtime that you get on the backwards launch.
Okay.
Pantheon just feels like more fun and playful and just this crazy, silly sort of mess of a coaster.
Okay, and you don't mind that there's not the theming there?
No, it's okay, because the rest of Busch Gardens kind of takes care of that.
Okay.
So it's all right that it's kind of just this off to the side, just thing that's there, and it's just to me it's wall-to-wall fun too.
Okay,
So,
all right,
yeah.
sounds good. We just met both of these guys. Where are you guys from?
So I'm from Scotland originally, but
Wow.
live in England.
All right, and?
I'm from New Zealand.
New Zealand!
He's literally the one and only coaster enthusiast from New Zealand.
I mean, basically. All right, but that being said, both of you guys have done Pantheon and Velocicoaster. So remove the theming aspect of it, just the layout. What do you like better?
I think I still have to go with Velocicoaster.
Okay.
It's just a more substantial ride, there's more going on to it, and it's one that really grew on me over time after more and more rides.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably go Velocicoaster as well, even though this is amazing.
No, this one's bad. This is still a really good ride.
This is still amazing.
And throw in Taryn, which one?
Again, Taryn's got to take the edge.
Oh, Taryn over both of them.
Yeah.
See, I disagree there, but
Taryn and Velocicoaster is a bit of a tie-up at the moment, so I'm still deciding between
I like Velocicoaster over Taryn, but Taryn over Pantheon probably.
All right, so we're back here at Islands of Adventure. We've now ridden Pantheon and Velocicoaster in such a short amount of time. We really can focus on the layout. We've gotten a lot of different opinions. So, what do you think?
So, I actually just rode this with my eyes shut.
Okay.
Which sounds very dumb considering how pretty the theming is, but I wanted to focus on just the layout.
Yeah.
And what I kind of gathered was proportionally to the length of the ride duration,
there are more distinct elements on Pantheon, whereas there's like a lot of like meandering
In the first half of
in the first half,
Velocicoaster.
and even like up here in like, you know, this part, like after the stall, like there's a lot of, you know, like kind of circling around, but I don't mind that because it's intense, and I don't even care that the visual's not there. Like when I had my eyes closed, like it still was an awesome experience, and I think that the elements that are distinct here on Velocicoaster stand out more.
Okay.
Like the stalls are both kind of the same, but like
I give the edge to Pantheon stall.
Really?
I think I do. Yeah. But I love how this one goes over the pathway. That is really cool. But I definitely agree with the Mosasaurus roll. That's like the defining moment of this ride,
I
which
prefer
is
the launch here, too.
absent. Yeah, see, I don't know if I agree with that, just because the launch with the airtime hill on Pantheon is really good. It's a tough one, because like I like the first launch on Velocicoaster more than the first launch on Pantheon.
I like the second launch better on here than the second launch.
Pantheon's second half, like once you get over the top hat, which I like the top hat more on Velocicoaster because it goes over at a quicker rate. But also on Pantheon, when you have moments like the stall and the outward banking turn, there are these moments where you kind of rise up and then like you float a little bit and then it builds back out to speed, where it feels like Velocicoaster after the top hat stays low enough where it keeps that speed, where even when you're going through some of these outward banks and stuff, it keeps flying. It doesn't, like, you know, take a little bit of a breather, which, you know, that's really cool on Pantheon, but I like the speed. You know, and I mentioned this in some previous videos, but it feels like Velocicoaster builds, and I don't feel like Pantheon builds.
I feel like Pantheon peaks at the, you know, pretty early on with that airtime moment going into the top hat.
So I think that's my big takeaway here, is I like that Velocicoaster gets better and better as the ride duration goes on, and I don't think I could say the same personally with Pantheon.
Okay, so count of three. I think we're gonna agree on this one most likely. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Velocicoaster.
All right.
Even without the theming, still the better layout.
If you don't believe me, try it. Try riding with your eyes shut. It's like, kind of sounds weird, but it gives you an appreciation for the layout.
If anything, what this video should have told you is that if Busch Gardens had put awesome theming around Pantheon, it still probably wouldn't be better than this, but it would still be a lot better.
It would be.
It'd be way less of a contest, I think. All right, so now that we got that decided, here's how you can potentially win a visit to Universal Orlando Resort and experience Velocicoaster for yourself, or go to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Jurassic World Alive is running a sweepstakes to celebrate its 4th anniversary. There's a Gleam link down below in the description box with details on how to enter, as well as full details and rules. There are plenty of prizes to be won, like physical mystery boxes with Jurassic World branded items and Jurassic World Alive in-game rewards, so be sure to enter now.